Away from politics now, let's shift our attention to the JoyNews Impact Makers Award. It's happening this Saturday and we are honoring 10 outstanding individuals who are making an impact in their community. You voted and we have chosen your votes and we'll be honoring them this weekend. Well, guess what? They're joining us live here on NewsDesk, two of the awardees, to share their thoughts with us ahead of tomorrow. Thank you for your time. Joining us now, I have Gloria Ladi Adakurugu. She's joining us on Zoom right now. I also have Joel Gia Afi. Thank you for your time here on NewsDesk. I can see you're excited, but what are some of these special projects you have been doing in your community that made you worthy of this award? Let's start with Gloria.
Okay, thank you so much for having me this morning. I've done a lot of projects. I've impacted a lot of needy kids in schools, renovated classrooms to create a conducive environment for them. I've donated furniture, school uniforms, stationaries, a whole lot of things. So I'm glad I'm here today, and such a big platform is honoring me tomorrow, and I can't wait to be there.
I'm sure you spotted some problems in your community, the reason why you're embarking on some of these projects. Share with us some of the situations you have encountered in your line of duty.
The most devastating problem I'll talk about is I went to Upper East region where I come from. I met students, kids from class KG1 to class 3, all sitting on the floor when they come to school. No uniforms, no shoes, nothing. I think that was my biggest project I've done so far since the inception of my NGO. So I was able to donate furniture to them, and you can see the smiles on these kids' faces. That's a great thing I feel like I've done.
As a young Ghanaian, I know the economy is hitting hard on your pocket. So doing some of these benevolent works, how do you get funding?
It hasn't been easy at all. Funding is my biggest problem. When I started this thing, I was doing this with my small salary as a teacher, the salary we receive as teachers. But I decided to extend it on my social media platform, and I got friends and social media friends also coming on board, and my family has also been really supportive.
Let me bring in Joel right now because he joins us live also with his thoughts and some of the impact he's been making in this community. Joel, what have you been doing that made you worthy of this award?
All right, thank you very much for having me, and kudos to you, the team and all the organizers. And greetings to the viewers. I practice as a general physician. I'm a family physician in training. So my focus has been delivering health care and pushing health equity in under-resourced settings. So I serve as the medical superintendent of the Sunafo South District Hospital in Kukum, where over the past 7 years where I've worked, we've together collaborated with the community to upgrade the place from a health center to a district hospital. That meant that the community came together to put up infrastructure. We built a 25-bed capacity children's ward. We wrote several proposals, had organizations, local organizations, a cocoa buying company, to put up a maternity block with an inbuilt obstetric theater, which is almost completed. We did renovations and instituted a laboratory. Together with the community, we operationalized an operating theater. And over the years, I've worked with several partners to push health to the doorsteps of the people. Critical among them has been our annual surgical outreach programs, which we've collaborated with several organizations, humanitarian aid with Relief Fund, which is Heart Foundation, under the auspices of the Honorable Regional Minister and then the DC of the district where I work. We've also brought in Vodafone Foundation to renew insurance for the community members and children and people who could not afford their medical bills. So it's purely been about health and to the doorsteps of the people. There are other things that I do also in Bono East region, and as time goes on, I think I'll speak about those as well.
And we're interested in that because we also know that funding when it comes to medical supplies must be a challenge for you. isn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's been difficult. And to add to what I do in Bono East, I was selected as a Mandela Washington Fellow in 2019. So I spent 6 weeks for leadership training program in Drexel University, did a 4 weeks professional development experience in Arizona at the Maricopa County Department of Public Health. So when I returned back home, I received funding from the United States African Development Foundation, the USADF, and it was a competitive grant. And one of the problems I pitched was difficult access to health in under-resourced places. And one of the communities I identified was in Kranza North District, particularly in Busia and its environs. So we started a community clinic to drive access to the doorsteps of the people in the rural communities. So we introduced telemedicine consultation, we introduced mobile health clinic services and all of these things. And I've been able to be successful do this because of the collaborations and network that I've built over the years. Some of the collaborations, and to speak to the issues of funding and collaboration, because particularly of the consumables, our mobile health services has been done and made possible through a collaboration with Hope for Ghana, through the benevolence of Dr. Steve Green, who is the founder and president. He is from the US the USA, but there is also a ground operation assistant, a vice president, senior in Volta region. So we use tricycles to start the model and hope that we will scale it up to have a mobile van. Now, together with them, we also constructed 11 boreholes in Bono East region alone. Now, across the country, Hope for Ghana has done 70 boreholes, and most of them are in the Volta region. And it's also expanding access, has done schools and computer libraries and all of that. So it is these networks and these collaborations that has been able to drive these successes. I worked with World Connect and also the Mandela Washington Fellows Association of Ghana for us to have surgical outreach also in Bono East, particularly in the Kranza North District and Busia, where we offered free surgical services to the people. And some of these consumables and medications were financed through these grants to help the community. So yes, funding has been a challenge, but we looked up to building networks and building collaborations to be able to deliver and drive these social initiatives.
Now, Joe, how did you feel when the JoyNews team first contacted you that you have been selected as a top 10 finalist for the award scheme, Impact Makers Award?
Well, it feels so great, and it's also a validation of the hard work that we've been able to do over the period. And as I mentioned in my interview, I dedicate this award particularly to the workers and management team I've been able to work with over this period, and to all the partners and collaborators who have supported us this far. And I mentioned that it's the iceberg effect. So I'm seeing and being awarded, but you have a large base of people and supporters and partners who have worked with me and supported my work and to lift me up. So it's a representation of the good work that my staff, my management team, my collaborators, the partners that I've worked with has been able to do over the period. There are several partners too that I've been able to collaborate with. I did a reciprocal exchange with some American partners. We built a summer hut, a meditation garden in Kuku. Recently, we did training for health managers in Kranza North District in Busia. We also worked with Dr. Veronica Kari from Drexel to do vocational skill training for 150 women with persons with physical disability, people who had mental health diagnosis, who are going through rehabilitation. So all of these are people that I've worked with, that have supported us. And the vocational skills training was through the funding from CDF. So a testament of partnership, a testament of the power of collaborations, that when you get community support and you have an army of people who support you, definitely you'll be able to achieve a lot. You'll be able to make impact. You'll be able to touch the lives of community members and help in your own small way to better their lives.
Let me wrap up with Gloria. Your community members nominated you for this award, and I'm sure you're feeling excited right now. But how do you plan to use this award scheme to better improve the community?
Okay, so as I said, this is a great platform, and all what I seek to do is also advocate to people to also be philanthropists in their small way. Pick one child in your community, support that child with educational basic things to push and see that child on top. So I think this platform or this award nomination is going to help me. And I'm really grateful to Joy News and all the team organizers for nominating me.
Tomorrow is the big day, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you. I'll be there. Some of the top staffs here at JoyNews will be there to give you your award. Thank you, Joel and Gloria, for joining us here on News Desk. Now let's